This is how you find out whether you're in good shape or not. You look in the mirror. And if you're like me, you're never going to be happy with what you see. Why? Because I think we all suffer with body dysmorphia. If you ask me, bodybuilding is a nightmare. I feel fat, hips are big, chest is flabby, legs have gotten small. There's so much work to do in the next 12 weeks. But it'll be worth it in the end, I hope. Oh God, I'm so fat. I really am so fat. I'll be laughing at you. I'm gonna put my top back on, embarrassed. It's a nightmare when you don't prep properly, okay? So it's like I said, it's my 1 o'clock meal now, and I don't have any rice left, I don't have any eggs left, and I don't have any chicken at the minute. Why? Because I can go shop. Should always be prepped. So instead, I'm gonna have some porridge, and I'm gonna have myself a protein shake, okay? So there's no excuse that you can't eat properly. And obviously, Jay never did any washing up. I make the mess, and part of the rules is he cleans up, which I think is pretty unfair. In this game, you tend, well, maybe it's just me, maybe not everybody's exactly like me, but you tend to blame everybody for when you make mistakes. So it's kind of hard to have a relationship while bodybuilding. And even if the other person kind of understands you quite a lot, you kind of have to stay away from you because you become lonely. You're on your own. You're the only person that understands yourself. You know, anybody who's an athlete understands the sacrifices that have to be made. Right now you feel fantastic. You feel like, I could do this diet. It's so easy, right? But the closer and closer you get to it, the more it gets harder and harder. You just want to give up. But because you've gone so far, you just don't want to give up. You know what I mean? It's like, geez, I've only like a week or maybe 5 weeks left. And then you're going, oh shit, what did I even start this for? But you can't give it up then, because a lot of people suffer around you, you know? This is Ardenview, and this is the school that I used to go to, School on Paul. There's a lot of lads bullying me, teasing me over my eyes and stuff like that. More rows, murders up here. I used to kind of take it and go home whinging and crying. This is where it all began, in the energy gym in Tullamore. So there's the actual entrance to it. It's no longer here anymore, but I'll tell you the story about when I came here first. So the first time I came here, obviously I was only about maybe 15, actually I was about nearly 16. And I walked as far as the door with my gear bag on my back, and then I turned around and I walked home. So like even me, who's now mad into the gym, I was terrified to go to the gym.
You fix up whatever needs fixing.
Okay. Double bicep. A lat spread from the front. Side chest pose. Side tricep. Our WFF performance, ladies and gentlemen, incredible standards. The heaviest man on that stage is 85 kilos. Incredible.
When you hear your name, go back to the rear of the stage. Luboš Sladek. Emmanuel Danuno. Martin Benedict. Gerhard Kreiner. And Kim Dong-yun. unfortunately, you are not in the top 6, but you are all champions. Don't they look fantastic? A round of applause. Guys, get your final poses to the cameras, and then you can go and get something to eat.
Look at me, hey, look at me, Jess. Now look at me, you're just being bold. Hey, look at me. Hey, Jess. You're such a, you know what, I'm not even friends with you anymore. Forget about it. I'm coming off everything now, and I'm really, really kind of, I guess, pissed off. I've been getting really, really, really kind of bad anxiety, and I know what it is. Like, I've always told you that when I was younger, like, I was being teased about my eyes and stuff like that, and now, since I came off all the stuff, like, my double vision has gone crazy. I'm getting anxiety like crazy. I think it's just side effects of some of the medication that I take. You know, some of the stuff that you use to come off the test, like the testosterone, because when you're on it, your own natural testosterone is shut down. So you use stuff to come off, and they give you like female-y side effects. And I wouldn't mind, everything's going good for me. Like, my gym is going good. Well, all bar I'm not in great shape. My gym is going good. I've been to China, I've been to Vietnam. Like, life is just fantastic. But still, I don't feel fantastic, you know what I mean? Things like that just kind of make me not want to do the bodybuilding again.
Do you think it was all worth it?
For the couple of days of being in shape, well, maybe I was in shape for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then for one day, the whole thing, not really, no. Watch how friendly my dog is. And they are not so friendly. See, her tail is up a lot. I hope she's not in heat. Tail down, tail up. Ah, they're kissing. Well, you know, I think back, like, I mean, to, I guess, the biggest loss is I'm single, but, and I mean, for, obviously, maybe because I was depressed for the first year or two of that. I think it's year 3 now, I'm finally getting used to it, but I think definitely when I was in my relationship with my ex-girlfriend, that, you know, I would have given them all a hard time, kids, everybody, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't a bad person, but it was very hard for you to keep control of your temper and anger and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, small little things, like things now that don't really bother me, really affect me. Like, I'll give you an example. I was messing with Hannah one day, which is my daughter, and like, they're so annoying sometimes because they're kids, obviously, and they're wrecking my brain doing stupid, silly things, and it doesn't bother me. I do say it, even to my mother and father, I leave them, they're grand, like, they're just being kids, you know? And then one of the days I took one of the medicines to help come off the stuff, and all of a sudden I started snapping at her for not no reason, but like, I mean, she was doing the same things that she was always doing, and I was just losing the plot. And then that makes me worse, because you're angry at yourself because you know you're wrong, and then you don't want to admit that you're wrong, and that's just another problem with the other thing as well. And you just kind of, you know, but I do apologize a lot anymore. It's one of my new things. I apologize a lot. I don't want to be the bad person anymore. I remember one time when I was getting ready for the Worlds in 2012, and it's around the time that me and my ex broke up, kind of nearly the first time properly. Like, you know, the breakup went on for a long time, but like, I was living in my grandmother's house, and like, I was taking loads of drugs, I was getting ready for a competition, I was drinking all the time. You know, you'd imagine like I'd be doing it all very clean, but like, testosterone has a thing of making you want to go fucking mad. You literally will get up on a cracked plate, you'll fight with your nails, you'll do everything that you shouldn't do, you know, and still you look good at the end of it. I guess it's why a lot of people find it very addictive, you know, that kind of way. Everybody uses it. There's nothing better in the world that's going to make a lad get into shape. I don't care what anybody says. But I guess I was depressed, and I was after going for lunch, I think, with my kids, and I actually went to the cinema with my kids and my ex-girlfriend. She came with me, and then I remember her dropping me off at my grandmother's house, and then I was all on my own, like my grandmother wasn't even there. And I just remember bawling, sitting down, just crying to myself. And she came back then, and I remember she was like, it's all right, you know, things like that. I just couldn't get control of my emotions, like they were just crazy, you know. And I thought it was the end of the world. I think after that, I think I even tried to maybe I tried to kill myself a couple of times. I mean, I have scars that I can look at when I don't look at them, but when I see them, it really reminds me, you know. So, like, I keep them kind of hidden from me. I don't look, and I can show you. You want to see? So, that was a really bad moment. That was like, this would explain how crazy you get on steroids. So I was out on a night out, this many years ago, and I had a really bad episode where I was fighting and arguing with my ex a lot, and the guards came to remove me from the house. And then I went back again, and when I went back again, the guards came again to remove me. But this time there were different guards, and I was that drunk and that out of my head on steroids and cocaine and everything that I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who the guards were. So literally I was standing at the side of the house, and I picked up a dog food tin. Jess, huh? Dog food tin. Actually, it was my old dog. There she is now. And I started cutting myself with the lid of the dog food tin. But God, I bled like a pig for days and days afterwards. But I can look back on that now and think, what the fuck was I doing? Do you know what I mean? Last time was I went up to the mountains, brought loads of alcohol with me, tried to drink myself to death. Woke up after passing out from drinking so much alcohol, and my whole family was looking for me. And I'm not just talking about my brothers, my sisters, my father, my mother. I'm talking about my uncles, my aunties, everything. We have such a big family. And then I looked at my family afterwards and I thought, look at what you're doing to everybody. You know what I mean? Cop the fuck on. And I guess, I suppose, that's when I started copping on, I think. It's always like you wanted to have a good body, you wanted to look great. And I think that I wanted to look great and have a good body because I was making up for my anxiety with my eyes, you know? It's like, well, like, why would somebody want you, Pa? You know, you're not that good looking, you're not that pretty. That's the way I always thought. And then I had to always have the good body. So what's Pal Roberts without a good body, you know what I mean? And only recently I've started to realize that there's no money in the bodybuilding. You drive everybody away. They all forget about you when you're not in shape, you know what I mean? So focus on business. Teach other people not to make my mistakes. You know, teach them that, you know, when you're taking steroids or you're doing any of that kind of stuff, it's not good for you. I'd never, ever think of trying to kill myself again, ever. The only girl in my life that'll do what she's actually asked. Come back, Jess, don't make a liar out of me. Jess! Jess, make me look good. I tell everybody you're my friend. But no, you just take affection off anybody. You're supposed to be a loyal dog. You're a liar dog.